it's unfortunate in the sense that Dillian Whyte could have that fight, and there's no question but that we would do that fight. But I mean, they're, in our view, very greedy with what they're asking. So, I mean, we've offered them a big, good deal, a purse deal, far more than they've ever gotten in any fight, and that hasn't moved them.
According to Bob Arum, Dillian Whyte wants $10 million for the Tyson Fury fight. Now, this is according to Bob Arum. These are his words. Frank Warren said Dillian Whyte said he deserves 45% of the purse, and Tyson Fury should get 55%. But Frank Warren believes that Dillian Whyte should get 20%.
We can't negotiate. It's all very well, Eddie Gambley's nonsense about negotiating. How can you negotiate when the WBC haven't said what the splits are? So in his mind, he thinks he's getting 45%. In our mind, it's 20%, based upon the purses, his previous purses that were lodged under WBC regulations. And they won't determine what the percentages are until the arbitration. So until that happens, we can't negotiate.
So according to Frank Warren, there is no negotiating going on right now because the arbitration is not done, and that won't be done until March or April, because the arbitration will determine what the percentage is, what percentage Dillian Whyte gets, what percentage Tyson Fury gets. So Fury is going to go on and fight in March. It's two guys he's talking about, Robert Atlantis in UK. Also, Andy Ruiz would be in Las Vegas. If I had to take a guess, I would think Tyson Fury would go back to his country and fight Robert Atlantis. He want to go home for a fight. And plus, I think Robert Atlantis wouldn't be as difficult as Andy Ruiz would be. As far as the split goes, I told you at the beginning of the video, that's what Bob Arum is saying. You heard what Frank Warren is saying. There is no negotiating right now because of the arbitration. The bottom line for me is this. I want to see Tyson Fury fight a mandatory for once. He has never fought a mandatory. And Dillian Whyte is a great mandatory. I put this fight in the same category as I put the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight. I just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, some way or somehow, even though Dillian Whyte's a mandatory, I think he's going to end up getting screwed. I think Tyson Fury will take that fight against Atlantis in March, and then Anthony Joshua and Usyk will fight the rematch in April. They will pray for Anthony Joshua to win because the bag will be bigger. If that happens, it'll be Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury in the summertime. Dillian Whyte will get some step-aside money, or Jose Sulaiman will find some loopholes, create a new belt, anything to push Dillian Whyte aside, and Undisputed will take place. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we see a Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury, and he does a mandatory for once. And to me, Dillian Whyte's a live dog in this fight, but I got Fury as the favorite. I just believe Tyson Fury and his team are not interested in fighting Dillian Whyte. And it's a big fight, but it's a risky fight for what Fury really wants. He wants the Moby Dick, and that's AJ. I think Fury will take a fight in March, and then Anthony Joshua and Usyk supposed to fight in April. If AJ wins, look for Dillian Whyte to get screwed out the fight. He'll be lowballed, won't accept the offer, they'll move on. Like I said, I hope it happens, but I doubt it. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. JBZ, I'm gone.